So if you've watched me at any point this year, you'll know that I've been working on a first-person RPG Maker horror game, and the work has been slow going as a solo developer, but things are starting to pick up, and I finally have the demo here ready to share for you. I know I always said this would be ready back in September, but a few things happened in life, mainly that I started a new job at the end of September that really derailed my time to work on this. I'm a father with 3 kids, so that also contributes a lot to that. But again, we have this available. If you go to itch.io, you'll be able to play this along with me, and this video is essentially going to be talking about what we have here and what my plans for the next little bit of the future will be. So if that interests you, please stick around and watch it, but if not, just go ahead, download the demo and give it a try, and leave me some feedback on there. I will also say, if you are interested in any of this, please comment, like, subscribe, the usual stuff. We're in the era of AI slop, well and truly. The economy's screwed. We're all struggling, and I want to have some heart in the things that I'm putting out here. I'm a human being with making something with my own hands. I hope that means something to somebody out there. Well, I guess you guys can call me Slim Shady, because I am back once again. It's been over 100 days since my last upload, and yeah, that's actually ridiculous. But I am ready to share the whole story with you guys about what's been happening, and if you will see on screen, finally I have a playable demo that I am ready to share with you guys. There's obviously a lot of work to be done here still, but this version, I've just put it out there, and it's out there on itch.io, and you can play it now on your PCs. So basically, the reason I took another 3 months of very little progress, as I was my last uploads, I was basically about to release the project, the demo. It was approaching a good state, and then I got a new job, and it's been good enough. Like, the job itself is, it's just a normal job basically at the end of the day, but it's been keeping me very busy. But I'm getting into more of a balance now. I'm finding a way that I can still, work on my game in my spare time. It just has slowed things down quite a lot. But as we are saying now, I have this here playable finally to put out in front of you guys. I can't hide the fact that I was clearly, having pretty good progress, and then took a few months off, and that always does slow me down a lot. But hopefully putting this out there for you, might be able to reach out to a few of the guys that were watching a few months ago and call you back here and say, here you go, this is what I've been working on. So let's talk about what the demo includes. We have, if you take your time with this, there's probably a good, maybe even as much as 2 hours of gameplay here. I'm calling it the train and snowfield demo because that's the areas that are most prominent. This train area being the first one that you'll experience. It's essentially like a tutorial for the game. You'll go through a few carriages, teach you a few bits of controls and items that I've added. This is all, again, very early days, but I'm calling this getting to a stage where it's essentially how it will play out. Other than these weird, I'm using these robed cult characters to be tutorial creatures and give you little tutorial messages essentially, and give you the items and reload the gun and stuff like that. I will find better ways to incorporate these features as we progress. This is sort of chipping away at this, sort of it's a massive slab of marble, and I just need to sculpt down to the statue underneath, make it all fit my personal ideas and images that I have in my mind about how this will come together. But we are getting there. So you'll see on the screen most of the features that I plan to include are in this demo now. It's a case of carrying on with what we've got established after this, and filling in the world. So you'll see that we have enemies, NPCs, the gun functions. There are little glitches, you'll see the gun overlaps the menu points, and there's a few bits of display stuff that need to be worked on. But what we have already, the repeller there working, so you can basically make the monsters flee from you. And there you go, you can see it moves away from you, depending on wherever you go, they'll run away, and then once that runs out, they'll come towards you. We also have healing items, we have the gun functioning, we have the map system does work, but I haven't actually made a way to get the map yet in this demo part. I haven't bothered actually blocking anything off, so you will, if you play this, you will get to the point where you will just start finding things that are unfinished, but essentially there's a lot to explore. You can find lots of systems in there. So basically everything that I have shown on the channel will be available in this demo somewhere. It's just a case of where it is. And I think the madness will start to come together. But again, this train area, this first few bit is the sort of the most complete area I have so far. Yeah. So again, to speak about like my progress here, it is very small bits of progress, you know, like, but I did the work when I was on, you know, when I was unemployed for a while. I was able to, you know, sort of create the skeleton of this game, and then it has become a case of filling in all the gaps. So it's a case of we've got more art, definitely music and sound is a massive glaring thing. Lots of like text for the, you know, story and lore and stuff. But the game itself, the structure of it is there. We just got to like fill out these the missing bits, which you know, given like I said, it has slowed down a lot, but I think it shouldn't take me too much longer. I think to reach like a second demo, I think the next demo I would essentially want to put together would be when the game is pretty much done, and I think we are going to probably look about another 6 months or so, I would say, at least, before that's finished. But now that I've reached this stage, this is what was holding me back, because I wanted to put something out there playable. I can start sharing progress on the channel again, you know, start making these kind of videos, and hopefully that will bring you guys back, and we can, you know, enjoy this progress together. Because I felt like I'd sort of reached, I was making videos about the most basic systems as I was implementing them, and now I feel like I've reached a stage where this is something that I want to share with people, and now I can make updates where essentially I will update this file on itch.io, and it will include whatever I update in the future, like, as I add more to the game. And now that there's something out there, as I release stuff and as I make videos, whether it's music stuff or whatever I want to put out there, I'll be able to point towards this this demo as the place where you can, you know, play what I've made so far. Now, I'm going to need a lot of people, obviously, to playtest this, because given the idea of what I'm doing here, I know there's a lot of things that mainly it's performance and, you know, bugs and all that kind of stuff that realistically, given the way that I'm making this game, you know, using RPG Maker against its, you know, better intentions, for sure this is going to have a lot of issues to iron out. I would say to bear in mind, again, this is a solo project that I've been working on by myself for, well, over a year now. But given that, there will of course be lots of jankiness, lots of places to improve, but I feel like this is reaching the stage where it really is just a matter of time and ironing things out, and, you know, until I have something that I am pretty happy to call, you know, my project here. You can see there, so now that has finished the train part of the demo, and now it's into this snowfield part of the demo. Again, the gameplay of this section may be about another like 10-15 minutes, but if you really go deep on it, I think you could push this to being about 2 hours if you go into that station area there and go deeper into basically, you know, you can progress further into what the game will be, but like it's not as finished. And there will be like roadblocks and stuff, and, you know, there's not no signpost to tell you where to go and that. I just want to talk again about the inspirations of this game. So again, the main inspiration for this is the old Resident Evil and Silent Hill games from the PlayStation 1 era especially. This low polygon look and this idea of finding keys and locks and collecting items essentially around this big facility, managing your resources like healing items and stuff like that, solving puzzles, you know, sort of visual storytelling, all that kind of stuff is what I'm working on here. This area here is like a train station. As I said, the demo, I'm calling it the train and the snowfield demo because those areas are the focus, but as you can see, this area is included, and you can sort of go in a little bit more, and you can see it. Actually, this area here is pretty well coming together. Also, all the monsters are absolutely placeholder. I saw these again, the guys in the green, they're placeholder characters. They will be used in the game, but not for this purpose necessarily. Like, they've been used as essentially like to give you items and tutorial messages and stuff. But yep, you can see how all these systems are coming together at the moment. I really want to thank anyone who stuck with me. I know I've been gone for a while and this has been a very slow progress, but you know, the channel has still grown in the background. I'm sure a lot of it is from my, you know, video game remix stuff as well, but I still have been getting views and comments and stuff on these videos, and Like, I really appreciate the people that have chosen to follow me on this journey. This is still my passion. You know, I've said it 100 times, said it 1,000 times, but this is my dream to make this. You know, even if I have to do it in, you know, the little bits of time that I have to scrape together. You know, it's hard. It is very hard. Like, you know, to make that work. But you know, I'm not gonna be worried with me about it. I will say just that if you are interested, please do like, comment, subscribe, join me on Patreon. You don't even have not as a paying member, not necessarily. Just follow me on Patreon, because that's where I share stuff first. I did have the link to this demo put up there about nearly a month ago already, but I don't think anyone actually saw it, because again, being gone for as long as I have, like, you know, 100 days without an upload is, you know, you might as well be dead in terms of social media. But like, you know, we're still trying, we're still chugging away at this, chipping away at it little bits at a time, and I really hope someone will, like, you know, come along and enjoy this with me. You know, like, because it's out there now, let's play it. You know, little comments I will say as well, like, you know, this is placeholders after the shrink module. The bits are there, it's all pieces. You just need to, you know, like, overlook the placeholder art for a little bit, and I'm sure you can see past into like how this is going to come together, because I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for this project. Again, it's a long way to go, I'm not going to lie, a long way to go. But you know, there we go, we've got a glitch right there. That's gonna probably be like essentially as far as this can go now. But yeah, we're working on this, we're nearly there. Just, you know, give me time, and hopefully I'll be able to share more stuff that doesn't rely on me waiting 100 days to put it all together and upload. You know, I'll start having more fun. And I always basically build up this sort of mental block where I essentially don't upload things because it's been so long since my last upload. And again, you know, I've mentioned this on this channel, like literally like this year a couple of times, where I had a gap of a few months, and then when I come back to it, it's, you know, I feel like I'm starting from scratch again. And again, maybe that's not the case. Maybe I should be more, you know, forgiving of myself essentially. But you know, it is hard to you know, to do this while, you know, having 3 children and a full-time job, and yeah. But yeah, thank you. I'll wrap it up now, and I'll say please go to itch.io. The link will be in the description, obviously, and you can check out this game. Please download it, play it, give me feedback. Feedback wherever you can find me. Comments of all sorts will be very helpful. And you know, hopefully I'll be back pretty soon with another update. If not, I'll say Merry Christmas now and Happy New Year. And please stick around with us. Thank you very much. Goodbye.